Good morning, everyone. This is me, Abhilasha, your favorite VRC mentor, and I am back again with yet another episode of Mornings with the Hindu. So today I just realized at 8:55 that it was 8:55, and then I rushed and I thought, let me quickly get started with my session for the day. All right, guys. So I have been teaching for so many years now. It's been a very exciting journey, and I love being with you guys for all the cat prep that you're doing. Remember to connect with me on Telegram as Abhilasha English and on other channels by the Unacademy handle of Abhilasha_S. Guys, if you haven't yet joined Unacademy, remember to use AbhiCat. That's my referral code to get your 10% discount. Abhi is for Abhilasha and CAT is for your target exam. AbhiCat. Ooh. All right, the National Scholarship Test is happening every Sunday. Last Sunday, that is yesterday, was quantitative aptitude, and this week it will be LRDI. So, guys, keep waiting for it. Join us on Sunday, 5 p.m., 5 to 5:40 p.m. Write the test, and 7 to 8 do the analysis so that you are updated with whatever we are doing. All right, let's get started with all these terrorist attacks happening everywhere, and I thought we must talk about this attack in Vienna also. One of the most peaceful, lovely, beautiful countries, having a gorgeous countryside, Austria. The capital is Vienna. All right, let's get started. So Vienna's woes on Islamist terror attack. The attack in Vienna that killed 4 people on Monday night underscores the transnational threat European countries face from Islamist terrorists. The assault following the beheading of a school teacher in a Paris suburb and a knife attack in Nice that took 3 lives. In Vienna, the suspected gunman Kuztim Fedzulai, 20, a dual citizen of Austria and North Macedonia and of Albanian origin, opened fire near a synagogue before being shot dead by the police. He had a previous terrorism conviction. In April last year, he was sentenced to 22 months after he tried to travel to Syria to join the Islamic State. He was released in December because of his age. The immediate question the authorities face would be about the failure in preventing the attack. How did a terrorism convict slip off the security radar and launch an attack in the capital city at a time when Europe was on high alert following the terror assaults in France? Austria will also have to plug the security loopholes as several countries in the continent, including France and the UK, have raised the threat levels. The larger challenge is how to address the issue of radicalization among youth and counter attempts to disrupt the social cohesion of the continent. Austria's conservative chancellor Sebastian Kurz, known for his fiery anti-immigrant politics, sent the right message when he called for unity in the fight against terrorism. He said the fight is not between Christians and Muslims or Austrians and immigrants, but between civilization and barbarity. Mr. Kurz, who had teamed up with the Islamophobic far-right Freedom Party in 2017 to form the government for the first time, is now in power with the Green Party and has more political leeway to build a stronger national response to terrorism. Jihadists use violence to create social discord. While they unleash violence on the public in the name of Islam, the rising Islamophobic nationalist parties in Europe seize on such incidents to bolster their fortunes. France's Marine Le Pen, with an eye on the 2022 presidential election, has called for a ban on immigrants from some Muslim countries and declared a war to evict Islamism by force from our country. In Austria, the Freedom Party would take cues from her National Rally Party. This is a two-front attack on the democratic and secular values Europe stands for, and that is what the terrorists want. Leaders of France, Austria, and other terror-hit countries should not allow the jihadists to have their way. They should clamp down on terror networks, isolate and punish the jihadists, counter the ideology of political Islamists, and build on the values of pluralism, secularism, democracy, and equality, and step up de-radicalization efforts with help from communities. This is a fight they cannot afford to lose. It's very sad, guys. Europe is one of the most beautifully made, beautiful area, and if you go to that continent, you'll find such beauty and such amazing, nice people. And in the background, you have such a lot of terror activities going on. It is very, very sad. Alright, the crux of the passage, a terror attack on Viennese synagogue, known terrorist with a prior conviction. He was under the radar even during the high alert. There are surely loopholes in security. Europe must fight for its unity. Politicians take advantage of terror threats, not allow terrorists to have their way, and Europe now cannot afford to lose the fight against terror, guys. All right, let's take a look at our questions. Very good morning, everyone. All those who have joined me, let me quickly say hi. Anamika, Anvesha, Tamal, Kiran, good morning. Mayank, Harshit, Tripti, Mihir, Sejal, Enamal, very good morning. Kriti, yes, Mayank, please ask. Yes, Mayank, absolutely. Devraj, Kajal, Swarnika, good morning, everyone. It's lovely to have all of you. Beta, the current affairs is absolutely the same for every exam because whatever is happening to all of us. Okay, so the current affairs will remain relevant for all the exams. It's only the period that they're checking. For example, for CLAT, they test you on a 1 year period. So from June to May is the period that is tested. So check up for your exam and then accordingly do that. Okay. All right, question number 1. The following statements can be inferred from the passage except the fight is not between citizens and immigrants but between humanity and barbarity. The French politicians are hoping that keeping immigrants out will help them win elections. The politics in Austria is in sympathy with that in France. Jihadists in Europe are trying to have their way. Come on, guys, very quickly, let's take a look. Which of these can be inferred except? Tamal, US election we just did yesterday, no? So we will do one more in a couple of days. Let it all settle down. Very quickly, guys. Okay, guys, remember now, one, what is an inference? An inference is anything that's not mentioned in this passage and can be concluded. So, can I conclude this? Okay. It's not a stated fact. That's number 1. Okay. So, look for anything that can be inferred from the passage. Okay. And then look for the except. Right. So, the one that cannot be inferred, that might be a stated fact, will be the correct answer. Now, if you take a look at this, guys, I think everybody's got it wrong. D can be inferred from the passage because jihadists in Europe are trying to have their way is something that you can infer absolutely. The politics in Austria is in sympathy with that in France again can be inferred because the Kurz party is trying to project the same thing as Le Pen's party. So yes, politics are in sympathy. So this can be inferred. The French politicians, they are saying that we will ban all immigrants from other countries. So again, that is something, why are they doing that? Because they are hoping that keeping the immigrants out will help them win the elections. So they have their eye out on the next election. So this is also something that you can infer. The fight is not between citizens and immigrants, but between humanity and barbarity is something that has been stated in the passage, guys, and therefore this is the correct answer. The question very clearly said can be inferred except, and remember that means this will be the not inferred answer. Anything that can be inferred has to be eliminated, and then whatever remains is the correct answer. So therefore correct answer, guys, will be A. All right. Each of these questions can be answered by the passage except. Okay. Who was the man who opened the fire in front of a synagogue in Vienna? Why was he arrested last year? How did a known terrorism convict go without being watched while a high alert was on in Europe? What reason was given for releasing Fethullah by the Austrian government last year? Quick, guys. Come on. It's okay, Kajal. It's okay, Anvesha. I know these are some slightly different questions. Every day I try and bring out different types of questions so that you learn, you understand the question types also. Okay, each of these can be answered by the passage except. So which question cannot be answered by the passage? Again, this is an exception question. Please remember. So can be answered, except means cannot be answered. Okay, who was the man who opened fire in front of a synagogue in Vienna has been mentioned in the passage stated. So can be answered. Okay. Why was he arrested in Austria? Because he was trying to go to Syria, I think. So that also can be answered. What reason was given for releasing Fethullah by the Austrian government? His age, and that is also answered. Therefore, none of these can be the correct answer. So, of course, guys, the correct answer is C. This is the question that's mentioned in the passage and cannot be answered. Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm seeing some correct answers this time. Himesh, Inamal, Tripti, Anamika, Sejal, Kajal, Kriti, Dhruv, Harshit, Kubi, Anamika, Kiran. Very good, you guys. Excellent. Alright, what does the writer want to convey with this passage? So, what is it that he wants to tell you? Terrorism must be stopped. Building pluralistic values. The governments of Europe have to take steps to de-radicalize the terrorists. The terrorists have to be de-radicalized to ensure the safety of European citizens, or the countries in Europe are working in tandem to make sure that terrorism is eradicated. Come on, guys. Hey, Shivangi. Thank you, Kiran. I aim to please. Now get 5 more people to watch my this session. Every morning, get 5 of your friends in, and not the friends from the group. Get 5 of your separate friends from college or from home to come and watch my session. Make me happy. Guys, वैसे truly I wanted to ask you guys. You all know this is a great session for everyone who is preparing for any competitive exam. So my request is, ask your friends, families, cousins, whoever are writing any competitive exam, to come and start viewing us. Okay, every morning at 9. It is a very simple activity. Come, just join in. All right, the correct answer, let's quickly take a look. What does the writer want to convey with this passage? Why has he written this passage? The governments of Europe have to take steps to de-radicalize the terrorists is incorrect. That is not what the writer has said. Okay, terrorists have to be de-radicalized, but was this the only thing that he wanted to convey? No, he has said many more things. Countries in Europe are working in tandem. They're not working in tandem. So terrorism must be stopped in Europe while building lots of pluralistic values there. And that is what the writer wanted to convey with this passage. So guys, yeah, none of you got it right. I think only Polly Rabidas has got it right. Beta, what does this lovely name of your mean? I don't know. But yeah, correct answer A, guys. That's what he wanted to convey. Identify the attitude of the writer towards the Islamic jihadist as mentioned in the passage. Is he anxious? Is he angry? Is he pedantic? Is he didactic? All right. Quickly, guys. What is the attitude of the writer towards the Islamic jihadists? Is he anxious with them? Is he anxious about them? Is he angry about them? Is he pedantic? Is he didactic? The meanings of didactic and pedantic. Didactic is very theoretical. Okay. And pedantic is very boring. Okay. Pluralistic means when multiple thoughts can exist in a society together. Like India is a very pluralistic society, right? So we have mainstream leftist parties, we have rightist parties, we have left right parties, and we have all sorts, and we have the middling parties also. So हमारे सब तरीके के thoughts चल जाते हैं. So that's a pluralistic society. Yes, anxious of course is worried. So he's not worried, he is very angry with them, and that can be seen in the passage. Yes, the writer is anxious about the Islamic jihadists, and that is something that can be seen in the passage. Very good, you guys. All right, what is the antonym of suburb? Let's quickly take a look. What is the antonym of suburb? Is it metropolis? Is it parish? Is it hinterland? Or is it outskirts? Come on, guys. Now, this is a word that we've discussed yesterday. I don't know if Tanishq, where are you? All my children from the CAT 21 batch, we have discussed this word multiple times. Very good, Kajal. Quick, guys, what is the antonym of suburb? Very good, Kubi. Very nice. Metropolis. Yes. Suburb means anything that's on the outskirts. So parish, hinterland, and outskirts are all synonyms. The correct answer will be a metropolis. Remember that. Okay. So good. Dhruv, Kubi, Kajal, Anvesha. I can see some answers. Alright, what is the meaning of you take cues from someone as used in the passage? To take help from, to take guidance from, to find solace in, or to take in an idea? You take your cues from someone. So I take my cues inside the house from my mom. So what does that mean? You take your cues from someone. Yes, you take your guidance from someone. Cue is someone who points. A cue is a marker. It tells you where to or what to do, right? So you take your guidance from a cue. If you have ever acted on stage or danced on stage, you know when they prepare the stage, they will make a line, you know, okay, don't move out of this line. इस line से आगे मत जाना. इस spot पे ये वाला group dance करेगा. This spot, this group is going to dance. So those marks are called the cues. Okay, so you take your guidance from the cues. So you take cues from means to take guidance from something. Okay. All right, I hope you've understood this. Yeah. All right, have their way. To follow someone, to do your own thing, to be passive in nature, to believe in yourself. Come on, guys, very quickly. To have your own way. Guys, like bhi kar dena session ko, please. To have your own way. Quickly, guys, what does that mean? I'm waiting. Have your own way means to do your own thing, to follow your own principles, to go your own way, right? So, to have their way, some people will do anything to have their way. That means to do their own thing. Yes, yes, I can see B is the correct answer. Very good. Kubi, Tamal, Anvesha, Sejal, Enamul, Anamika. Enamul, it's lovely to have you here in class. It's been so long. Kajal, Anamika, wonderful. What does the word pluralism mean? Does it mean single-sided? Does it mean orthodox? Does it mean coexistence? Does it mean unification? Okay, quickly, guys. So somebody had asked me the meaning of this word. I've already told you that. Yes, as DST hai, absolutely. At noon, we will be doing DST. Yes, coexistence is correct. Absolutely. Coexistence, not unification. Unification means everything becomes one, while coexistence means multiple things are existing together, just like in India. And that's pluralism, okay? Having many different thoughts existing together. Coexistence is important. Yes, very good. All right, guys, let's look at our words for the day. Underscores, to define, to mark out. Okay. Behead, to sever the head, remove the head, to cut the head. Okay, that's something that we already know from Bahubali. Synagogue is a temple, is a Jewish temple. The Jews pray in a synagogue. Okay. Slip off the radar, disappear. Plug the loopholes, to fill all the gaps. How is it that someone who was a known terrorist disappeared? So there is a gap in the policing system also. So you have to plug those loopholes or fill those gaps. Radicalization is belief in extreme form of religion. Okay, that's radicalization. Cohesion, of course, is unity. Fiery is very strong. Immigrant is an incoming migrant. Someone who comes to your country. Okay. Leeway is to give some space for someone to do something. Discord is trouble. Unleash is to free. Leash means chain or tie. So unleash is to free. Bolster, of course, is to support. Evict is to throw out. And clamp down is to control. Alright guys, with that we come to the end of all the words that I wanted to tell you. Please remember to learn them up very, very well. Okay, Devanshi has asked me to write the learn this up earlier, so later at the end of the session so that you get time to click the picture. Here you are. Alright, guys, schedule for the day remains the same. You already know that. So noon today is DST. Okay, please join me. This is a free session for everyone. 12 बजे 4:30 पे 30 hours to CAT जो refresher course चल रहा है. This of course is your plus course. And 7 p.m. vocab primer for CAT 21. Though anyone can come and join me. This is also a plus course. Alright guys, with that I come to the end of today's session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. I will see you at noon for the DST guys. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Remember,